Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope all of you are doing well. So if you are new here, my name is Saurabh Joshi and this channel is all about me sharing my experience in Canada, especially related to Canadian immigration, finances and careers. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step process of how to apply for Canadian Express Entry. Before we begin, I would like to give you a small disclaimer. I'm not a licensed immigration consultant, I'm not an immigration lawyer, and this video is not legal advice. This video is made purely for educational and informational purposes. Everything you will see in this video is based on my personal experience, my understanding of the Express Entry system, and the exact steps I followed while creating my own Express Entry profile. Immigration rules and policies can change at any time, and every individual situation is different. So I strongly recommend that you always cross-check information on the official IRCC website or consult a licensed professional if needed. So in this video, I'll be sharing my screen and walk you through each section of Express Entry profile, explaining what each question means and what information to put in which section. Going forward, I'll be uploading more videos related to PR pathways, Express Entry, PNPs, and my personal experiences, especially in this PR journey. So if you're someone who is looking to apply for your PR, don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Before we start, make sure you have the following things ready: your passport, language test results such as IELTS or CELPIP, your work experience details such as job title, employer, date, hours, and basic personal information. If you don't have these ready, pause this video, prepare everything, and then continue. Now, let's start. First, you need to sign into your IRCC account. You can sign in using your GC key or a sign-in partner like your bank. I'll use GC key here. Once you log in, you'll land on your IRCC dashboard. From here, you'll choose the option to apply to come to Canada. This page asks if you have a personal reference code. This code is generated if you previously used the Come to Canada tool. If you have the code, you can enter it here. If you don't, that's completely fine. Just click on Express Entry and continue. In which province or territory do you plan to live in? This is not binding. You're not locking yourself into any province here. This question is just to understand your intention at the time of profile creation. For the video, I'll choose Ontario here. Now, Canada's official languages are English and French. So you need to submit your test results for all program under Express Entry, even if English or French is your first language. So whatever exam you gave, select the option. I'm gonna choose IELTS for mine. What date did you take this test? So you need to make sure that the date that you put in here is matching with the date that you have on your result. I'm gonna put 2025 January 1st. And also one thing to remember is make sure your test results are not older than 2 years, because if they are older than 2 years, then they won't be valid. Put in the scores. I'm gonna put 7778. Do you have any other language results? If you have any, select the test. If you don't, it's fine. In the last 3 years, how many years of skilled work experience do you have in Canada? It must have been full-time or an equivalent amount in part-time. So if you have 2 years of part-time work experience, it will be counted as 1 year of full-time work experience. Your work experience has to be more than 1 year in order to be eligible for Express Entry. So I'm gonna put in 1 year or more for mine. During this period, which tier of NOC is most experienced in? If you don't have Canadian work experience during this period, please choose none of the above. So all the jobs in Canada are divided into different NOC codes. So if you're not sure about your NOC code, we do have a tool. I'll put that in description and you can use that tool to find your exact NOC code. I'm gonna put category 1. Now, based on the selection that we made, we are eligible for Express Entry. We're gonna select continue, last name, first name, gender, and then date of birth. You need to make sure that the information that you're putting in here is exactly as the information in your passport or travel document or national identity document. If you're single, select single. If you're married or in a common law relationship, select the appropriate option. If you have a spouse or partner, the system will later ask for their details, and their education or language scores can impact your CR score. In this video, I'm showing the solo applicant flow, so I'll select single. So in this step, we are given 6 forms from personal detail, contact details, study and language details, application details, representative and work history. In order to complete this profile, we need to complete all 6 forms that are given here. Let's start with personal details. Name is correct. Again, you need to make sure that the information that you put in here matches with the information on your passport, travel document, or national ID. Enter your country of birth, city or town of birth. I'm gonna put the exact city name that I have on my passport, and I suggest you do the same. Now you need to put in the information about your passport or national ID document that you're going to use. So first of all, I'm going to use passport, then the document number, country of issue, date of issue, expiry date, if you'd like to have more than one ID on your profile, then you can add another one, but one is also fine. Has the person applied to IRCC before? So in my case, I have previously applied for my study permit and work permit to come to Canada. So I'm gonna select yes. If you have previously applied, then select yes. If you haven't, then select no. Has the person applied for express entry before? If you have previously created your profile before, select yes, otherwise no. Now country of citizenship, I'm gonna select India. Country of residence, so the next question is, how many family members does Saurabh Joshi have? This includes the applicant, a spouse or partner, dependent children, or the dependent children of the spouse or the partner. Since I'm applying alone, I'm gonna select 1. So next question is, how much money will Saurabh Joshi bring to Canada to support themselves and their family? So if you're applying for express entry, you don't really need to show funds into your account, and you need to definitely show funds in your account if you are applying under Federal Skilled Worker Program or Federal Skilled Trades Program. And if you are applying under either of these 2 streams, then the fund that you need to show into your account depends upon the number of family members. So if it is 1, then 15 to 63 and so on. Since we are applying for express entry, I'm gonna put in 0 here, and it's not gonna affect my profile. Does the person have a relative who is a citizen or PR of Canada? So if you have any, then select yes. If no, then no. I'm gonna select no for me. And if you are not sure if the relationship will count or not, you can click here and then see if the relationship will count or not. So the first form is complete. Now we will move on to the contact details. Language of correspondence, I'm going to select English. Now make sure your email address is correct. and accessible. IRCC will send all communication here. Now let's move on to the next section, which is study and languages. CC does not require education, but education significantly improves your CRS score. So make sure you put in the information carefully. So I'm gonna select business commerce. Since what year? I'm gonna select 2022 September. Is this my current study? What they mean by current study is if you are still enrolled in the program. So if you are, then select yes. If not, then no. I finished my studies in 2023 December. Now put in the complete or full academic years. For me, the degree was 16 months long, and it is counted as 2 years of academic degree. So I'm gonna put in 2 here. It was a full time for me, standing at the end of the study period. I'm gonna select certificate or diploma or degree awarded. Country of study, for me, I'm gonna put in my Canadian education first, and then I'll put another degree, which is an international degree. So for now, I'm gonna put in my Canadian education first. Province, I completed it in Nova Scotia. Halifax. Name of the institution. Level of education. Select the appropriate level of education. I'm gonna select master's for mine. Was I awarded a Canadian degree, diploma or certificate for this period of study? The answer is yes for me. I'm gonna select yes. Was it from a public institution, private institution that operates under same rules as public schools, a bachelor's or master's from Canadian private schools that legally award degrees under provincial law? So if your degree is under these criteria, then yes, otherwise no. For me, it's a yes. So all the institutions have a designated learning institution number, which is also known as DLI number. If you're not sure about your DLI number, right click on this and open this link and put in the province, filter the name. So this is the DLI number. I'm gonna copy it from here and paste it here. Was more than half the study program English or French as a second language? So for me, the answer is no. Did the person study in Canada based on an award that requires them to go back to their home country? For me, the answer is no, so I'm going to select no. Did the person complete at least 50% of their study through in-person learning? All clients should provide an accurate response. If you completed any part of your study or training program during the period March 2020 to August 2022, your response will not affect your CRS score. In-person learning means you physically attend classes or other forms of instruction. So for me, I'm going to select yes. Did the person study in Canada for at least 8 months in order to earn this degree, diploma or certificate? The answer is yes, because my course was 16 months long, so it's yes. Did Saurabh Joshi study full-time for at least 8 months? Yes. Save and add. Now I'll also add another degree from India. Has Saurabh Joshi finished high school or this? Yes. Field of study. It was in business. What year? 2018. From July. No. Until 2021. July. Complete full academic years, 3 years, full time. Yes, it was a full time. Standing at the end of the degree awarded. Country of study is India. City or town of study was Jaipur. name of the institution, level of education. It was a bachelor's degree. Was Saurabh Joshi awarded a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate? No. Has Saurabh Joshi had an ECA within the past 5 years for this degree, diploma, or certificate? I'm just gonna select no for mine. I know a friend of mine who didn't submit the ECA but still got their PR. It's always good to have ECA, but if you don't have it, like, it's up to you if you want to add it or not. From this video, I'm gonna select no. This is one of the most important sections of your Express Entry profile. You must have a valid language test to submit your profile. Select the test you gave. Make sure this is not IELTS Academic. Academic is not accepted for Express Entry. Enter your test date, test number, and individual score for reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Your test results must be less than 2 years old on the date of you submit your profile. Language scores play a huge role in CRS scores, so enter them very carefully. Now we are halfway through it. We have completed 3 forms and we are left with 3 more. If you feel like that you need to change any information, you can definitely go back and update the information. Now let's move on to the next section, which is application details. Now, which province or territories would Saurabh Joshi consider living in? You're not locking yourself into any province here. This question is just to understand your intention at the time of profile creation. I'll select all province and territory here because I do not want to limit my options. So you can select any province that you would like. Has Saurabh Joshi received a nomination certificate from a province or territory? For most of the people, this is going to be no. But if you have a nomination, then select yes. Representative. So an applicant can appoint a person to do business with IRCC on their behalf. Do I want to allow IRCC give my information to an appointed person? Could be immigration consultant, lawyer, friend, or family member to contact IRCC on their behalf. So overall, if you have a representative, then select yes. If you don't want to use any representative, select no. Now we are moving to the last and most important section of the whole process, which is work history. Now, primary occupation. So this is one of the most important question in the entire Express Entry profile, especially for Canadian experience class. Your primary occupation means the job that best represent your skilled work experience. It doesn't has to be the job that you're currently doing, but the job that you want to base your immigration application on. So if you're not sure about your knock code, click on this link. And out of all the knock codes that are available here, you can find the one that best describes you. I'm gonna select financial auditors and accountants for me. 11100, and it lies under tier 1 category. Date I first became qualified to practice this occupation. So for me, I first became eligible to practice this occupation when I received my work permit. So I'm gonna put in that date here. Does Saurabh Joshi have a certificate of qualification from Canadian province or territory? No, I don't. Do I have a job offer in Canada? The job offer must be full-time and for at least 1 year, meet different requirements depending upon the type of job. Be non-seasoned for federal skilled workers. So I do have a job offer, so I'm gonna say yes. Is this job offer for the work that is full-time, continuous, and for at least 1 year? Yes. Is this job offer for work that is non-seasonal? Yes. 5-digit no code. So the job that we are talking about right now, the job offer that I have, doesn't have to be the one that we put in the first section of the primary occupation. It can be different as well. So, but for this one, I'm gonna say it is the same one. But if in your case it's not the same job, then you can add another no code. Make sure the information that you're putting in here matches the information on your job offer that you have received from your employer. How many employer made this job offer? One. Is this employer any of the following: embassy, consulate, or high commission? No for me. And an employer on the list of ineligible employers with the government of Canada? No for me. No. Employer or company name? For me it is Royal Bank of Canada. Contact address of employer or company. Make sure the address that you're putting in here is the address that you have on your job offer. So, city is Nova Scotia. Town is Halifax. Now the address that they are asking here is the intended location of employment in Canada. So I'm going to put in the address of the employer. Was a positive LMIA issued for this job offer? For me the answer is no. Am I currently working in Canada? Yes. Do I have valid work permit? Yes, I do. Is Saurav Joshi's job offer from employer name under current work permit? So this typically means if your work permit is a closed work permit. So for me, the work permit is an open work permit. So my employer name is not on my work permit. I'm gonna select no. Has Saurav Joshi been working full-time for the employer on their current work permit for at least 1 year? Yes, I've been working with them for at least 1 year. No code for current work permit. So this is about the job. Then I'm gonna put in the same no code. Was positive LMIA issued for the current work permit? Answer is no. So do I have any work history? Yes, I do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the most recent work experience and then move backwards. So I started this job in 2024 January. My current job, hours per week are 37.5 hours. 5-digit no code. Job title. Employer is Royal Bank of Canada. Country or territory, Western. Province is Nova Scotia. Halifax. Working legally in Canada during this period? Yes. Studying full-time while doing this job? No. Which of these categories does Saurav Joshi's job fall under? Work permit required, no LMIA required. Save and add. So this job is added. Now I'm gonna add another job experience from outside Canada. I started this job in, let's say, 2021 August until 2022 August. hours per week for 40 hours. So no code. You will need no code for the job that you did outside Canada. So make sure the no code that you're using is exactly matching with the job description that you have. I'm gonna say financial advisor. Employer name ABC Bank. Country, I'm gonna say India. City was Jaipur. If you want to add more experience, you can follow these steps again and add as many experience that you would like. The following questions are about your education and work experience recognition in Canada. So this is like a survey, and if you want to answer the question, then you can select yes, but I'm going to select no, and no, it will not impact the decision about your profile or application. So once you're done with all the forms, click on continue, then agree to the declaration, put in your full name, and answer the security question. I'm doing this walkthrough using a dummy account, and I'm not actually submitting this profile. I didn't want to submit my real Express Entry profile again. However, once you submit your real Express Entry profile, this is exactly where it will appear. In this section, under your IRCC dashboard, you'll be able to see your Express Entry profile listed here along with its status. After submission, IRCC will automatically calculate your CRS score and your profile will enter the Express Entry pool. Another very important thing to know is even after you submit your Express Entry profile, you can still update or modify your information. For example, if you get a new job, if you improve your language scores, if your work experience increases, or if any personal details change, you can come back to this section, open your Express Entry profile and update the information. Once you save the changes, your CRS score will automatically update. We have gone through the entire process of Express Entry profile creation. I hope this video helped you in not just understanding the process, but in completing your whole Express Entry profile. If you still have any question, please feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn, or you can drop your question in the comment section. I'll try my best to answer all of your questions. If this video helped you even a little, please consider liking the video. This really helps the channel. All the best for your PR journey. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and don't forget to like and subscribe.